be seated. Your Excellency, President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, Captain General Gavaya, National Security Advisor, Brigadier Umar Khan, Chief of Defense Staff, Colonel Ken Lloyd Roberts, Colonel General Staff, Colonel Sheldon Howell, Director, National Intelligence and Security Agency, senior officers of the Ghana Defense Force, newly commissioned officers, warrant officers, invited guests, members of the media, friends all. On behalf of His Excellency President Mohammed Irfan Ali, I would like to welcome you to the Office of the President, and more particularly to this ceremony, where the newest batch of officers of the Ghana Defense Force and 4 warrant officers will take the oath of officers and the oath of soldiers of the Ghana Defense Force before Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and thereafter be presented with their instruments of state commission and state warrants, respectively. As provided by Regulation 22 of 1972 of the Guyana Defense Force, all officers and warrant officers of the force are required to take an oath before the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces to bear true faith and allegiance to the state of Guyana and to honor, uphold, and preserve the Constitution of Guyana and the state commission and state warrants, which you will receive from His Excellency President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali today, will not only place special trust in your loyalty, your courage, and your good conduct, but will constitute and appoint you as officers and warrant officers in the Guyana Defense Force from the date specified in your respective instruments and warrants. The oath will now be taken by the newly commissioned officers of Standard Officers Course 56 and 1 officer of Standard Officer Course 53 as a group, followed by the warrant officers. The oath will be administered by Lieutenant Commander Sheldon Europe, Staff Officer 2, General 1 of the Ghana Defense Force, after which she will announce the name of the officers and warrant officers in the order in which they will be presented with their instruments of commission and state warrants, respectively by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Commander Europe.
Your Excellency, good afternoon. With your permission, I would now like to invite the newly commissioned officers to recite their oath. Newly commissioned officers.
Wow. Do swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the state of Guyana, that I will support and defend the state against all enemies whomsoever, that I will faithfully discharge the functions of an officer in the Guyana Defense Force, without fear or ill will, and that in the discharge of those functions I will honor, uphold, and preserve the Constitution of Guyana. So help me God.
Your Excellency, with your permission, I would now like to invite the warrant officers to recite their oath.
Do swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the state of Guyana, and that I will support and defend the state against all enemies whomsoever, that I will faithfully discharge the function of warrant officer
Be seated. Your Excellency, with your permission, I would like to invite the newly commissioned officers to receive their state commission. 999477, Second Lieutenant Elijah Wan Iliman. Nine 653, Second Lieutenant Toomey McClintock. Nine 712, Second Lieutenant Rahul Ramsuru. 715, Second Lieutenant Hosea Harmon. 716, Second Lieutenant Michael Torrington. 719, Second Lieutenant Amaniki Haywood. 725, Second Lieutenant Sean Jackson. 726, Second Lieutenant Giselle Messiah. 731, Second Lieutenant Robin McCollum. 733, Second Lieutenant Shawnette Emmanuel. 735, Second Lieutenant Winetta Semple. 738, Second Lieutenant Kevon King. 999, 999739, Second Lieutenant Kidolf Castello. Nine 740, Second Lieutenant Mark Fredericks. Nine 741, Second Lieutenant Tyrone Thomas. Nine 742, Second Lieutenant Brian McCalmont. 743, Second Lieutenant Joshua Barry. 745, Second Lieutenant Rima Rennie. 749, Second Lieutenant LeVay Simon. 755, Second Lieutenant Nkrumah Hudson. 756, Second Lieutenant Paul Thompson. 757, Second Lieutenant Davina Madio. 'Thank you, Your Excellency. With your permission, I would now like to invite the warrant officers to receive their state warrant. 18373, Warrant Officer Class 2, Rayon Ned. 18727, Warrant Officer Class 2, Cliff Johnson.
Ma'am.
One 19085, Warrant Officer Class 2, Otto Kurt. Two 0106, Chief Petty Officer O'Neil Ramsamy. Thank you, Your Excellency.
His Excellency, the President will now offer remarks.
Thank you very much. Please have your seats. Chief of Defense Staff, National Security Advisor, senior officers and officers. It is a solemn affirmation of trust, authority, and responsibility. It confers real authority and purpose upon those who receive it. The presentation of instruments of commission and state warrants to newly commissioned officers and warrant officers of the Guyana Defense Force symbolizes not only individual achievement, but also the renewal of the covenant between the public and those sworn to defend it. Under the authority vested in me by the Defense Act, I have today issued to you your instruments of commission and state warrants. These signify that you have been tested, proven, and now found worthy of leadership in our national defense. The instrument of commission and state warrant represent the nation's confidence that the individual so commissioned is capable of exercising command, making decisions, and leading with integrity. It authorizes you to act as a commissioned officer and warrant officers of the Guyana Defense Force. It marks your official entry into the ranks of those entrusted to safeguard our nation's sovereignty and territorial integrity. This instrument of commission is your legal authority to lead, to direct, to command. It empowers you to exercise discretion and to act decisively in the interests of the Republic. But that authority carries a profound responsibility to use your power with restraint, with wisdom, and with justice. The instrument of commission is not a gift. It testifies to your competence earned through rigorous training, sacrifice, and consistent demonstration of leadership potential. It acknowledges that you have the knowledge, skill, and judgment required to uphold the traditions and standards of military service. It differentiates you from other ranks, not merely in authority, but in accountability. You are now charged with shaping the character, discipline, and operational readiness of the force itself. To the newly appointed warrant officers, I extend equal congratulations. Your state warrant represents the President's trust in your ability to serve as a vital bridge between the enlisted ranks and the commissioned ranks, officers. You are the custodians of discipline, standards, and morale. The authority you now hold under your warrant empowers you to enforce military orders, to train and guide subordinates, and to uphold the traditions that define our force. Just as the instrument of commission invests authority at a strategic and leadership level, the state warrant anchors it in the daily operations of the Guyana Defense Force. Together they create the chain of command that ensures the unity, discipline, and efficiency of our military organization. With these instruments comes an enduring charge to be loyal, courageous, and to maintain exemplary conduct. Loyalty must be foremost to the Constitution, to the Republic, and to the Defense Force itself. It transcends political boundaries or personal affiliations. You serve not a party, not an individual, but the people of Guyana. All of them. Your first duty is to defend our nation's sovereignty and uphold the democratic principles that define our republic. Courage remains the most indispensable of military virtues. It is the resolve to stand firm in the face of danger, whether from external aggression or internal disorder. True courage is not recklessness. It is moral strength and determination to do what is right, even when it is difficult, unpopular, or perilous. Good conduct is the foundation of leadership. It is expressed not only in your observance of rules and regulations, but in your integrity, fairness, and humanity. The manner in which you treat those under your command will define your reputation as leaders and shape the culture of the force itself. Remember, the authority you now hold does not make you masters over others. It makes you servants of a higher duty. To lead by example, to inspire by character, and to care for the men and women entrusted to your command. You're assuming leadership at a time of rapid transformation, both within our country and across the global security environment. The nature of warfare and defense has evolved. Traditional threats are now compounded by transnational risk, cyber intrusion, narco-trafficking, illegal fishing, environmental disasters, and the ripple effect of regional instability. Modern military leadership requires more than physical readiness. It demands strategic thinking, technological competence, and adaptability. The modern officer must be as comfortable with data and digital tools as with discipline and drills. You must understand not only the battlefield, but the broader geopolitical and social terrain in which national defense operates. Training, therefore, can never cease. The Guyana Defense Force is committed to continuous education, ensuring that you develop the skills necessary for a modern, agile, and technologically advanced military. One capable of deterring threats, supporting civil authorities, and assisting in national emergencies and regional humanitarian efforts. But knowledge and technology alone will not build a strong defense force. The true strength of the GDF lies in teamwork and unity of purpose. An army divided cannot stand. A force where rivalry replaces respect or ego replaces discipline weakens from within. Every success in military history, from the smallest tactical victory to the preservation of national peace, has been built on cohesion and mutual trust. Teamwork means more than coordination. It means a shared understanding that every soldier, regardless of rank, is vital to the mission. It means that officers and ranks work not in silos, but as one unified body, where communication flows freely and respect is mutual. Unity also extends beyond the barracks. The Defense Force is an instrumental state, yes, but it is also a partner in nation building. Whether responding to floods, supporting law enforcement, or assisting in community development, the GDF must always act as a unifying symbol of national pride and stability. As Guyana continues its journey of transformation, driven by new industries, new infrastructure, and new opportunities, the Defense Force must mirror that transformation. You must be the embodiment of the discipline, cooperation, and foresight that our nation itself strives to achieve. Leadership is both privilege and burden. It is a privilege because few are entrusted with the lives, loyalty, and hopes of others. It is a burden because it demands consistency, sacrifice, and humility. As leaders, you must demonstrate vision, and particularly the ability to see beyond the immediate tasks to the larger mission. You must embody courage, not only in operational readiness, but in making difficult ethical decisions. You must practice integrity by doing what is right. The mark of a true officer is not the number of orders given, but a measure of respect earned. Your men and women will follow you, not because they must, but because they trust you. That trust is built daily through fairness, through competence, and through genuine concern for their welfare. As you advance in rank, never forget the values that brought you here. Service before self, loyalty to the Constitution, respect for human dignity, and love for Guyana. Officers and warrant officers, service to country represents a higher calling. It asks for a selfless dedication and sometimes even the ultimate sacrifice. It demands that you rise above comfort, convenience, and self-interest and place the welfare of the Republic first. Service to higher duty means answering a call to defend ideals that are greater than any one person. It is a triumph of principle over privilege. It is commitment over comfort, of nation over self. To serve a higher duty is to embody discipline when others waver, to act with integrity when no one is watching. It means standing firm when the test comes, upholding the honor of the force when the easy path tempts, and proving through action that loyalty and courage are the living essence of patriotism. Today, as you hold in your hands the symbols of your commission and warrant, remember also that they are pledges, pledges to your comrades, to your superiors, to the Constitution, and to the people of Guyana. I urge you to wear your new authority with humility, to lead with purpose, and to serve with pride. The eyes of your nation are upon you, and the future of our defense force rests in part on your shoulders. I commend you all for your dedication and achievement. You are the newest custodians of a noble tradition. Support your Chief of Defense Staff. Strengthen the unity of the force. Lead with vision, courage, and integrity. A promising and rewarding career lies ahead. May your service bring honor to the Guyana Defense Force and the glory to our beloved Republic. I congratulate you, and once again, I thank you for your service.
Please be seated. The vote of thanks will now be done by Second Lieutenant Hosea Harmon.
Deal, gratitude is the most exquisite form of courtesy. Your Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, National Security Advisor, Chief of Defense Staff of the Guyana Defense Force, Colonel General Staff, Director of the National Intelligence Security Agency, branch heads, senior officers, junior officers, Force Sergeant Major, Regimental Sergeant Majors, and invited guests. A pleasant good day to you all. I am Second Lieutenant Amaniki Haywood, and it is a special privilege and a unique honor to express gratitude to Your Excellency for his featured address. Your Excellency, in your deliberation, you would have reminded us of the importance of these instruments we would have received today. You spoke to us on the inheritance of our legacy of defenders to this nation, which we will profoundly and undoubtedly uphold, enrich, and extend. Your reminder of how our leadership will be tested, not only in areas of our command, but in the service to this nation. This will allow our spoken oaths to resonate within our hearts and bolster our pride. You enlightened us that the nation must not be protected by aggression, but through vigilance, integrity, and unity of purpose. Indeed, these instruments are symbolic, and it is a symbol of our identity as military officers. Investing in defense is an investment in peace. Your Excellency, we can safely assure you that everything you would have mentioned was well received and has reaffirmed everyone in attendance of your vision for national security and our roles in the security of this growing nation, especially the newly commissioned officers of the Guyana Defense Force. Your Excellency, on behalf of the Chief of Defense Staff, officers, warrant officers, and ranks of the Guyana Defense Force, both regular and reserve, we would like to extend a sincere gratitude to you for sharing your vision and expectations as we all work together to achieve the one Guyana that we serve. To our invited guests and fellow officers, we also extend appreciation for your presence and attention. Thank you. Kindly stand as we recite the national pledge. Up. I pledge myself to honor always the flag of Guyana and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to the laws of Guyana, to love my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. Down.
Thank you, Second Lieutenant Haywood. I now invite the officers to have a photo opportunity with the President. We'll probably do it right here. Group photo. Group photo. Anything else? Yeah, okay, right down. Let's go. You want to put smaller chairs? Or you leave the big chair?
Step.
I got to the hard work, you know, boy.
You're not cutting the hard
No. Okay, everything is difficult. Fire.